Well, this game's exciting, isn't it? And no, it's not because of Ryan Reynolds and Rob McElhenney's ownership of Wrexham. It's because it's Steve Clement's first league game in charge of Gillingham. And to celebrate this, of course, we have our sponsor, C&A Building Products. And if you are part of a building project at the moment and you are a Gills season ticket holder, you can get 10% off all of their products. A link to their catalogue is in the description down below. Welcome to German Gills. Gills head back up to North Wales for the first time in 23 years to take on newly promoted Wrexham. Your German Gills show will bring your live match reaction today from your host, Reese. After appearing on Rob Ryan Red podcast, Luke is here to give us his predicted 11 this afternoon. Unfortunately, Adam Westgate couldn't get a ticket to see the Gills hopefully steal the points at a sold-out racehorse ground this afternoon. Schön, dass du da bist und los geht's, Gills! Welcome to the German Gills show as Gillingham head over to North Wales to take on Wrexham at the racecourse ground. It's an exciting game, this one, not because of the ownership of Wrexham, of course, but it's actually because it's Steve Clement's first league game in charge of Gillingham, and hopefully we can get something away from a strong Wrexham team. I'm going to be your host, Reese, to take you through every step of today's game. Thank you very much for stopping by on this German Gills show, and the Wrexham fans here as well, thank you very much for stopping by also. And if you'd like to support the channel, you could do so through Buy Me a Coffee, and any donations are much appreciated, and the link to that is in the description. And if you'd like to reach out to German Gills, you can use our WhatsApp. The link to that is also in the description. Now, without a German Gills show last week for the FA Cup, Luke did manage to get his predicted 11 in on Twitter, or on X, whatever you want to call it. But this time we're going to put it back in the video, so here's his predicted lineup against Wrexham this afternoon.
Hello and welcome to Luke's 11, which is sponsored by C&A Building Products. Today marks Stephen Clement's first league game, and what a tie it is facing Wrexham at the racecourse. I can't expect his changes to happen overnight. However, even with 10 changes on Tuesday night, we struggled to create any clear-cut chances, in which I hope that doesn't replicate into today's performance. Wrexham are in fine form, unbeaten in all competitions since the 23rd of September, and the clear favourites with the bookies to take all 3 points today. Even with injuries and suspensions to Paul Mullen, Stephen Fletcher and James McLean, their attacking threat is still very, very strong, with top goal scorer Elliot Lee, Ollie Palmer and Sam Dorby, who are all expected to start. I'm going for one change from last weekend's 2-0 victory against Hereford, with the 11 being as follows. Jake Turner in goal. At right back, Che Alexander. A centre-back pairing of Connor Masterson and Shad Oji, with Scott Malone at left back. A midfield five of Ethan Coleman, Dom Jeffries, Connor Mahoney, Johnny Williams and George Lapsley to play in behind our lone striker of Macaulay Bomb. Toughest test of the season in my opinion, and one the players should really relish this occasion, playing at the racecourse with one of the league favourites. I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw, with Lapsley scoring for the Gills and Elliot Lee for Wrexham. Again, tough test. Let's hope the boys and Stephen have got their tactics right and can put in a solid shift. Los geht's, Gills.
Unfortunately, Adam Westgate can't be with us this afternoon. He's not heading up to Wrexham, but we do have some Gills fans who have got something to say through the German Gills fan zone. Let's hear their messages.
Harry's been here at the racecourse ground. I'm really excited about today's game versus Wrexham. I think Gills are going to win 2-1. I think Macaulay Bomb and Dom Jeffries will score. Los geht's, Gills.
Hi German Gills. I hope we win, and I think the score's going to be 3-1 Gills. I think 2-1.
From a sunny Wrexham, I think the result today is going to be 3-1 Gills. Going to be Nichols, Malone and Johnny Williams. Up the Gills, all day Gills.
Good afternoon, Reese. Ben here, just arrived here at the racecourse ground for Wrexham away this afternoon. Our first visit back here in 23 years. I hope you are well and hope you've had a great week. My prediction for today's game, I'm going to go for a 2-2 draw. I'm going to say Johnny Williams and Connor Mahoney to score for us. Fingers crossed for 3 points, and Los geht's, Gills.
Let's head over to the racecourse ground for today's live match reaction. Los geht's, Gills! So we're about to get underway here at the racecourse ground. I'm going to give a big shout out to our main sponsor, which is CNA Building Products. Thank you very much for sponsoring the channel. The link to their products and catalogue in the description down below. Also, a big shout out to Rob Ryan Red podcast for allowing Luke to go on to discuss his thoughts and preview in this game coming up. Thank you very much for that. It's much appreciated, and for and sharing our channel on your platform as well. So yeah, thank you very much for your support there, and yeah, I hope Luke did you proud, because I thought he was brilliant on your podcast. And finally, a big shout out to Craig, who's going for a 2-1 win over at from Canada today. He says it's a big game for Stephen Clements, his first league game, so hopefully we can at least have a very competitive fixture against what is a very strong Wrexham side as we get underway with Johnny Williams kicking off. Let's see if we can have a good showing for ourselves against this, as it were, a glamour fixture. Some real lovely football from Wrexham at the moment as they're coming forward, and it's Lee on the ball, is going out to the left-hand side. It's going to be an early one, a bit of defensive with Gillingham have to do as it goes to the edge of the post, and it's a good save and then put in the back of the net, and Wrexham have scored very early on in this game. And is it Palmer that's put it in the back of the net? It was a decent save initially by Jake Turner, but unfortunately Wrexham have come out bolstering and put the ball in the back of it, and Gills already are 1-0 down in this fixture. My goodness me, straight away, Wrexham put it back in it. You can see it was lovely football for Wrexham. It was Lee who got it out to the left-hand side. Decent ball, and Jill should be defending this better. And it's gone to Palmer, to Dolby, back to Palmer. In the middle of that was a save by Jake Turner. But again, really poor defensive work from Gillingham. But already we're going to have to start on the back foot. But it was decent build-up play from Wrexham. I have to say, you can see already from early on the type of football they play. And it's on the floor and it's really fluid. Jill's got a lot of work to do already. As it stands after 1 minute, Wrexham 1, Gillingham 0. Jill's got a ball on this right-hand side. It's going to be whipped in. Can we get a header on this? Have attack on goal. It's going to fall nicely for ball. Coley Bond. It's going to fall to the Shavrak. OG should be scoring that. I know you're a defender. I know this is a little bit of unusual territory for you to fool yourself in, but you're in the absolute perfect position, and he's absolutely tried to lever it. And instead of doing so, he should have maybe placed it a bit with a bit more finesse. It was headed down, I think, by Dolby. They didn't quite see, but OG got into a lot of space in behind Jones, and he just didn't get out of target. It has to be an equaliser. Gillingham should have equalised there. And again, our goal scoring problems seem to, well, obviously are going to continue on through the new manager, but again, it's just another exposing moment for Gillingham, showing why we still have the fewest goals scored in the division. It's really poor by Jane. Left his man there, but it's good work by Rex and going through the centre. This could be a great opportunity for Palmer to get a second, and he just puts it wide. And Gillingham again was split apart, and I have to say it came right from the start with Jaden Clark, I think, invited whoever the Wrexham player was there to come inside to initiate that attack moving forward. And eventually it fell to Palmer's feet. It was good link-up play in the end. Good fast passing work by Dolby, and Palmer with his left foot puts it wide. And I think, you know, if he gets that on target, Turner's got a lot of work to do. I mean, this is one of the threats that Wrexham have, and we know that. They're good at passing the ball. They're also really good at aerialing as well, and it's a lot of threats that Wrexham have, but hopefully we can take apart their defensive frailties that sometimes expose themselves. At the moment, we haven't managed to do that, and it's still 1-0 Wrexham. Oh, Jill's got a chance on the right-hand side. If Williams can release a Mahoney, he's managed to get it to him. Mahoney needs to be more in this game. We haven't seen much of him at the moment as he puts it into the box, and it was Macaulay Bond who tried to head it away. It's cleared away by Wrexham. Can we recycle the play? Not look like this time it's going to be Dolby who's going to look for the counter-attack. He gives it to Palmer, big, strong, tall Palmer, and OG's got some work to do as Wrexham look to build on this counter-attack, and Gills have got numbers back now, but there's still a lot of space for Wrexham to put this ball in with Jones on the right-hand side, puts it into the box, and it is eventually, hopefully, picked up by Gills. That's gone to Mendy, who takes a shot, and it goes over the bar, and it's another counter-attack from Wrexham from a Gillingham corner. And again, I mean, for all this work, Wrexham did look like the team that's going to score the next goal. It didn't really come to anything for Wrexham there, and Gillingham did enough to put Mendy off. I mean, it's a shot from distance, it goes in top corner. It's one of the goals of the season, of course, but didn't happen like for the Gills, and we're still within a shout. Wrexham got the ball on this left-hand side. They look to put it into the box and cause some problems. It's a slice on goal. It's a great shot by Ethan Coleman, and luckily Turner was alert to that, because otherwise that would have been an embarrassing goal for Gills to concede. And luckily it didn't happen, and it's still 1-0. Gills have picked up the ball in the centre of the park. Can we use this moving forward as Ethan Coleman tries to find the right space to get a pass to get a bit of space? Eventually it goes to Mahoney. Overlap is coming on the right hand side for Alexander to try and at least put it into the box. He has done. Can we do something with this? It goes to Maloney. Takes a shot. That's a handball. Referee, I'm convinced that's hitting his hand. My goodness me, I think the ref bowled that one, but that has clearly struck the hand. I don't know if it was Tozer in the end, I didn't quite see, but that is a huge claim for a penalty. I mean, it was rifled, I have to say, and maybe the hand is in a natural position now I reflect on it. But let's have a look at it one more time, because Malone was a little bit of a heavy touch as he takes it. Ooh, is it in the hand? And I have to say, I've seen those given all across the league before, and I would like to think that most referees would give a penalty to those. Unfortunately, didn't happen for Gillingham, and it is half time. Wrexham 1, Gillingham 0. So at half-time, it is Wrexham 1, Gillingham 0, and I have to say Wrexham came out the blocks really, really quickly and just caught Gillingham asleep, essentially. Hadn't really woken up at all for that game and pounced on a defensive error. But I have to say, for the rest of the game, it's been relatively even. But I've got to say one thing. I think Wrexham had looked a little bit more likely to score moving forward. They're passing with absolute confidence. They're closing down with a lot of tempo and energy. And for me, that's where Gillingham are finding it very difficult. They're having to play their game fast and quick. But if Gillingham start to back themselves, you can already see that Clements is trying to instill this kind of pass on the ball game, which he really wants to get going with this team, and you can see that already. I have to say one thing as well, right at the end, that shot from Malone, it did look like it hit the Wrexham player on the arm. I couldn't quite see who it was in the end, but I've got to say, I think the majority of referees do give that penalty, but you know, it happens. It happens that the referee wouldn't give him that. Maybe he thought it was going too hard. He didn't have time to move out the way. Who knows? But from my angle, it looked like you could be given that because do you know what? I think Malone's hit the back of the net with that shot. Anyway, it didn't happen. Wrexham are in front, but I can see Gillingham find a way into the second half and hope we can get something from this game. It is Wrexham 1, Gillingham 0, and hopefully we can move forward and try and at least get 1 point from this game. So we're about to get underway for the second half. I know Wrexham is shooting now to the end, which they always want to the second half. They've got all their fans all on three sides. But let's see if Gillingham can at least get something from this second half. And let's just hope it's a positive result. Oh, that's a really poor pass by OG, and it's put out under pressure, and it's been Mendy has put in for Wrexham, puts it to the back post. He has no his head towards across the goal, and Giles just about got away with that one. Good save by Turner, and it's going to be recycled one more time as the ball goes back to Mendy. Gills defending for their lives at the moment because I fear if the ball goes in the back of the net again, it's going to be a Wrexham win because they're attacking the home end, obviously. Let's have a look at this one more time as Mendy gets the ball off of Alexander. It's a really poor pass by OG in the first instance as he puts it into the back post, and I think that's Palmer who puts the header like looping over the goal. I mean, that is going in. I wonder if Alexander was probably going to get that as well. But Gillingham putting themselves under unnecessary pressure when really we should be trying to do the safest option and build moving forward. But anyway, Wrexham nearly double their advantage. 1-0 Wrexham. Lee's put this one in the box for Wrexham, and Gills got some real defensive work to do. So goes to Jones, takes a shot, it's deflected, it goes out for a corner or a goal kick. It's for a corner, and Wrexham really piling on the pressure at the moment. The long ball forward for Gillingham the chase, and Jaden Clough, he takes us down, could create a chance for himself. He needs supporting body, he's going to do it all alone. We know he can do his left foot. He takes a left foot shot, and it's a shot on target for Gillingham. Have we had one this game? I mean, maybe the Malone shot that hit the hand at the end of the first half, but that might be the first shot on target, and it's taken 61 minutes. Anyway, it's a shot on target which is convincing nonetheless by Jaden Clark. Oh, goodness me. There we go. Wrexham on the front of the left-hand side. Toes is going to launch it in. Can Gillingham defend this? Is going to, well, they have defended it so far. It's only temporarily low as Toes got the ball one more time. And it goes to Evans, trying to find a way into the box to deliver it. But Gills holding strong with Dieng. And Gills needs to encroach a little bit further out. Well, we know the ball's going to go in now with Mendy on the left-hand side. Is it? I don't know. Wrexham are trying to delay the input at the moment. So Gills are holding strong just on this arc on the outside of the box as Wrexham looking to get this ball into the box. Gillingham are just holding them quite well at the moment. And unfortunately, not like there as it goes across the box. It's in the back of the net. What a ball that is from Mendy, I have to say. And Gillingham, for what it's worth, Gillingham did kind of just fall asleep a little bit there and didn't have to take an opportunity to close and get that ball clear. But it's a real killer ball across the box for Mendy. And I think it's Palmer that's put it in the back of the net. And it just goes to show when you've got strikers that are willing to attack the ball and are confident knowing what each other is going to do, it's funny that there's a goal that is created from it. And Gillingham are lacking exactly what you're seeing here. And it's a fantastic ball into the box. And it's very instinctive from Palmer, who just... Is it Palmer? No, sorry, it's Tozer. Is it Tozer? Apologies, it's Tozer. But it's, again, still very instinctive play. And Gillingham haven't got any of that moving forward. It's 2-0 Wrexham, and I think that is curtains for the Gills. It's a call for Rex on the right-hand side, see if they can get a third. Gills on defensive work to do. It's not parked away very well by a Turner, but a follow-up shot by Jones. It was blocked in the end, and... I mean, it all happened so very quickly, and it could have easily been a third for Wrexham, but Gillingham did manage to defend that relatively well, albeit with a poor flapping from the goalkeeper. There's a false to Shavrak Oji. I think this might be the attack over. Still 2-0 Wrexham. The corner on the left-hand side of Gillingham, the side to taking it short. We need to get into the box now, or the ref's going to blow up. As it goes into the box, head towards goal, and it goes past the right-hand post. And I've got to say, that is not only full time, but probably the best chance that Gillingham had in this half, and it falls on the 93rd, 4th minute. Anyway, that is full time. It is Wrexham 2, Gillingham 0. Ending Wrexham 2, Gillingham 0. And I got to say, you know, Wrexham absolutely deserving of their win. They played really nice football, tidy football, and you can see they're going to go far in this league. And I wouldn't be surprised if they were the team that went up this season. The automatics, absolutely. Gillingham on the other end, looking like they slip into 11th place or somewhere around there. Our goal scoring record really has to improve. There has to be something either in the training ground they need to work on their confidence or something, because it really is atrocious. And I'm feeling more of an emotional right now. I know Steve Clement has got a lot of work to do, but you know he's got a lot of, you know, he's going to have a lot of time to change this around if he wants to play this style of football. Because maybe not only do we not have the type of players, but it needs to take a while to embed that kind of practice. Nonetheless, it's a very frustrating afternoon for Gillingham to come away from Wrexham you know, with a 2-0 loss. And good luck to Wrexham for the rest of the season. I can see them going up and doing really well and solidifying themselves in the top 3 divisions, at least within the football pyramid. So it must be very nice to their fans to be going on this journey at the moment. And I hope Gillingham soon can follow the suit in the same way, but I think it's going to take some time. You know, I hate saying the phrase trust the process, but it is something I think we're going to have to look at the long game rather than the short-term gains at the moment. Dare I say, next week's game against Salford is a little bit tricky and a little bit important if we want to try and stay in this playoff race. Look, if I'm totally honest, if we can stay in the top half of the table all season, that's progress for me, and we can build on that for next season. No, it's really early to kind of say that thing already, but anyway, yeah, this is raw emotion how I feel about that game, because it was a very frustrating watch, and I feel sorry for all the fans that went up there and experienced that. Nonetheless, we'll be here next week, and hopefully with a couple of goals to celebrate. Thank you if you made it this far in the video, and as ever, Law Skates Gills.